Good morning, class Earth. Again, we are going to continue History Chapter 10. Today's topic is the moderates extremist differences. The in previous video we have discussed about the partition of Bengal. On this matter, the partition of Bengal, both the nationalists, moderates and extremists were united. There were differences in outlook and policies between the two. Two means moderates and extremists, which could not be easily resolved. And those differences are not the differences which can be solved. The moderates still thought that petitions and appeals were the best method to demand a better administration. They wanted to use the method of boycott only in special circumstances, while the extremists, on the other, advocated a widespread agitations. They felt that the Swadeshi and boycott movement had developed a feeling of pride and confidence among the people, and therefore they wanted an extension of the boycott movement. They advocated boycott of schools, colleges and universities. Thereafter, Calcutta session of Indian National Congress in 1906. In 1906, the Indian National Congress held its annual session at Calcutta. In that session, that session was presided by Dadabhai Nehruji. He tried to make the moderates and the extremists agree to certain common policies. The Congress declared Swaraj or self-government as its goal. The target of the Congress was the self-government. It declared that India must be governed by the elected representatives of the people, not by the Britishers. This was a big event in the national movement. Thereafter, formation of Muslim League. Before this, in previous video, we have already discussed about the divide and rule policy of the Britishers. They wanted to disunite Hindus and Muslims belonging to our country. So here, during the uprising of 1857, the Hindus and Muslims fought together for the freedom. In the first formation of the Muslim League. During the uprising, during the revolt of 1857, Hindu and Muslim fought together to get the independence, while Englishmen also wanted to ruin the economic and educative ability of the Muslims. And when they were being aware about this fact that the Muslims were away from the Indian National Congress, they were being happy that their policy divide and rule is being adopted by the Muslims. At that time, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan was a great Muslim leader. He had given advice to the Muslim to remain away from the agitation, from the Congress, and from the national movement. At that time, Lord Minto was being the Governor General of India. He also encouraged the Muslim against the Hindus. That's the result was that under the leadership of Aga Khan, who was being the Nawab of Dhaka, and the Nawab Mohsinul Mulk, who was being the Muslim, who was also a Nawab. Both were combined. Both were founded the Muslim League to safeguard the interest and rights of the Muslims and keep the Muslim masses away from the Congress and national movement were the main aim of the Muslim League. In 1947, the League fanned communalism, which ended in the partition. The declared aim of Muslim League was as follows. It is given in your book on page number 120. The first one is that the promotion of loyalty to the British government among the Muslims. Second one is promotion and protection of rights of the Muslims and to demand special concession in government services. Third one is that separate electorates for the Muslim without infringing on the interest of other communities. And fourth one is that to keep the Muslim masses away from the national movement and the Congress. These are the four aims which was declared by the Muslim League. Now I am going to describe it in Hindi. That the promotion of loyalty to the British government among the Muslims. मुस्लिमों के लिए ब्रिटिशर्स के द्वारा एक लॉयल्टी जो मिल रही थी उसको प्रमोट किया जाना चाहिए. मुस्लिमों के सेकेंड वन, मुस्लिमों के अधिकारों की सुरक्षा और गवर्नमेंट सर्विसेज में एक विशेष कंसेशन की मांग किया था उन लोगों ने. तीसरा इनको अलग इलेक्टोरेट्स की मांग किया था कि हमारी भी कुछ सीटें चुनाव में निर्धारित की जाएं, हमारे कैंडिडेट उस पर चुनाव लड़ेंगे. और लास्ट था टू कीप द मुस्लिम मासेस अवे फ्रॉम द नेशनल मूवमेंट एंड द कांग्रेस, कि हमारी कम्युनिटी किसी भी तरह के नेशनल मूवमेंट से और कांग्रेस से दूर रहेगी. Later in 1913, the Muslim League adopted the attainment of self-government as its aim, as the Congress had done 7 years earlier. Were the British successful in their policy of divide and rule? Yes, to a large extent they were. The Britishers were being successful in their policy, the divide and rule. Yet it may be noted that in spite of the actions of the formation of actions of the government, some Muslim leaders saw through the British game and joined the national movement. Prominent among those leaders were Abul Kalam Azad, Hakim Ajmal Khan and Mazharul Haq, who opposed British rule. Even Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the founding father of Pakistan, was the supporter of the Congress initially. Thank you. In next video, our topic will be split in the Indian National Congress Surat session in 1907. Thank you.